World Vision is a nonprofit Christian organization that raises money to feed kids all over the world as well as in the United States. We are active in a lot of poverty issues in addition to just helping people in community. So it's really critical that we can get information out quickly, and especially when you're dealing with human relationships. So one of the things that World Vision does is we kind of bridge the gap between a child in Africa and a donor here in the United States. Well, there's a lot of information around that child in Africa, a lot of information around the donor in the United States and what they're interested in. We need to be able to sustain that communication. So if something happens to a child that we're facilitating a relationship with, we need to be able to get you that information. Otherwise, the relationship really doesn't work well. So where I could have 5 different people coding, and I have 3 people coding selects for me on a regular basis. All 3 of them could have been coding. They would not have been able to do what we did with Warescape. It generated all the metadata, it generated all of the code, basically took one person and turned them into 10 people for me. Because Warescape allows us to code all of our business rules, enterprise business rules, into our dimensional models. They don't have to do that time over time, and they're starting to actually see the distinction between what's specific to a deliverable, what's specific to a business area, and what's enterprise-wide, which actually helps us to follow our data flows across the businesses we're trying to solve problems later. We can start out small. If it doesn't work, we can redo it. And we don't have to invest a lot of time and effort up front trying to plan it out and figure it out. We all want to, because it's just the way we're wired, but we resist it. We just start building in the code. People are loving it because coders don't like to document anyway. This allows you to iterate through things, almost prototyping, until you reach what your desired result is. But the difference is you don't have to replace your prototype with the product. You just did it. I like the enthusiasm on the team. So one of the things that having the product has done is kind of taken us off of the raw trail, if you will, where you get to feel like there's nothing you can do to improve your world anymore. You're just running and running and running, and there's no stopping. And if you stop, in our world, people die. So Warescape, for my team, brought hope back to our team. It actually allowed us to say, hey, we can do this. We can build a better data environment to service our ministry better.